Welcome back, guys. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic week. Today we'll be doing a trading recap for this week, and at the same time we'll be discussing the importance of waking up before the market open, planning out your trades so that you can minimize your risk and maximize your possibilities for profit, and really just having patience with your trades. I'll elaborate a little bit more into the video, but I actually made a couple of mistakes where I didn't follow these three important things, and so let's just go ahead and jump right into it, and I'll talk more about it then. Hey guys, so all in all, not an awful week for me. I did end the week making just a little bit over $800. I could have made approximately $1,400, but I made a couple of mistakes that I'm going to go over in this video. But all in all, like I said, really thankful that I ended the week green. So let's go ahead and recap my trades first, and then go over the lessons that I kind of had to relearn this week that I'm going to be keeping in mind going into this week. So like I said in the last video, I was swing trading PRO. And you're looking at the 10-day, 10-minute chart right now. I took my position here at 34.5, and then I actually ended up selling the next day at 34.8, which made me a profit of $65. So definitely missed out on this 4% jump that I was expecting, that I previously called out in the other video, but I actually ended up jumping back in at 35.8, I believe, and then 36.20, something like that. So it brought my average price to 36.12. So I actually ended Friday making a little bit over $200 in this position, I believe. So that was for PRO. And then I also traded MU. Let's see, MU. So yeah, so I picked up MU. Yikes. Hold on one second, guys. Here we go. So I picked up MU. During this pullback here, I got it at $49.94. $49.94. And this is why I was saying that it's so important to wake up before the market open, because there's a lot of action that goes on in the first couple of minutes of the market open. So you can see it has this huge pullback, a lot of buyers come in, pushes right back up, and then sells back off. But had I been awake, I could have bought during this big pullback, and instead I actually had to get in a little bit late at 49.94, just right here. And this is really crazy. I set up a stop loss for that day at 49.39. And if you can see here, it literally hit 49.4. Bounced off of that and then kept riding back up. So literally one more cent and I would have been out of my position. So for those of you who don't know, a stop loss is essentially an order that you put into your brokerage, and it's saying that like if the price falls below the set price that you put, so I put 49.39, had it gone below that price, my position would have been sold entirely and I would have just taken that loss. And you do that because, you know, it's possible for a stock to just fall like a crazy amount of percentage points in a day because of like really bad news or something, and you don't want to have to be riding that wave down. You know, you want to cut your losses quickly. So that's why I set my stop loss for 49.39, and I actually, like I said, I got lucky. It was 1 cent above my stop loss. Then I sold the next day at 50.24, I believe. 50.24. Let's go over here. 50.23. So that gave me, let me see, it gave me a $72 profit. So you can see here, I bought first 200 shares, 25 shares extra, 25 shares extra, bought my average price, brought my average price to 49.94. So I made $72 off of that transaction. And lastly, I traded ATVI as well on Friday. And this was a really lousy day trade. I only held it literally for 40 cents, which ended up making me $70. But let's go ahead and take a closer look. I got in at 72.4, right here in this little pullback, 72.4. And then I sold at 72.8. so I held it for not even a full percentage, which, you know, seeing this huge ride up, I definitely messed up a little bit. But the reason being is because ATVI is very similar to EA, which is a ticker that I previously traded. And so, you know, it doesn't have much volatility. So the price action isn't ever really greater than 2 to 3%. But today, or rather on Friday, it moved up 4%. And the reason being was because if you take a look at the live news came out in the morning that, whoops, one second. Here you go, this one. So this was in the morning at 9:38 a.m. The latest World of Warcraft release sold more than 3 million units in one day. So that's just incredible sales for the company. It says here that it translates to 10 to 12% EPS upside in the third quarter for Activision. So yeah, just really good sales for them to sell that much in one day. So that was the catalyst that drove up the stock price up 4% in that day. But the reason that I got out so quickly was because I was waiting for a pullback towards the blue EMAs. Since I think you guys already know that I like to buy the pullbacks, but yeah, I like to buy at the pullbacks and, you know, just kind of give myself the best entry possible. And so that's why I got rid of my position really quickly. But yeah, so I ended up the week making 800, like I said. And I also said that I could have ended with more. And the reason being is that I took a beating with ticker symbol SHOP, which is Shopify. And this is also kind of what I wanted to discuss with you guys, making sure you just have the best entry possible. And I really didn't with the stock. I mean, it's completely my fault, and I just kept beating myself up because the second I got in, I knew that it was just like the wrong decision. And to make matters worse, I didn't cut losses. I was really tired. I fell back asleep. I woke up and I had to cut my losses at the end of the day. I ended up losing $600. So the reason that it's such a bad entry is because this is the 10-day, 10-minute chart, and you can see very clearly that it bounces. It wants to break above this 180-day EMA, but it just doesn't. So the trend down keeps continuing, right? Not only that, let's see, 180-day. So this is the 30-minute chart. There's very clearly support here at the $132 level. And so I should have just waited for that pullback down to this area again, or for the break above that 10-minute, that 180-day EMA in the 10-minute chart. So it was just an awful entry, and I wanted to cut my losses because when you're down $600, you know, you don't want to risk it not validating that support and then losing a couple $1,000s. So I just got out, and just my luck, the next day it just bounced right back up. It might even have a breakout this Monday. It's looking like it will. But yeah, I just had to cut my losses and just gonna, you know, try to move forward and make sure that I don't make the same type of mistake, because I mean, in hindsight, everything is, you know, as clear as day. Like, I obviously shouldn't have gotten in there, but yeah, just a silly mistake on my part, and hopefully this upcoming week I can do a better job. And the reason that I suggest that you wake up at least 30 minutes before the market opens is because there's a lot of action that goes on in the first 30 minutes. You get to see what type of direction the stock will be taking, and there's a lot of news updates that come out in the first 30 minutes. Not necessarily always in the first 30 minutes. It could come, like in Activision, it came at 9:38, which was a little bit later in the day. But it's just important to be awake at least half an hour before the markets open, so that you can just go over your plan for the day, watch how the pre-market moves are looking for your stock, and, you know, just be prepared and ready to go right when the market opens. So that's it for today. This is my weekly trading recap. I have a couple stocks picked out that I want to be looking at next week for possible swing trades. So that's FCN, KEM, and FSCT. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. I'll probably be making another video once I begin my swing trades, or once I conclude them. It just depends. Yeah, so hopefully I can keep you guys posted on that. And yeah, thanks again for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great weekend, a great week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.